Our next speaker is Joseph Haslam.
I'm supposed to introduce myself, but I have everything timed like to this video here. So, all right, today I'm talking about how social media, people ask, what is social media? Social media is personal relationship media. It's all about relationships and connections. You got to put your nose into it. You got to literally get down in there and engage with people and meet people. We're all social creatures. We're wired to be social. We're wired to have social connections. And that's what it's all about. The more you get to know people and understand who they are, the better off you're going to be. Matter of fact, Heidi Cohen has a recent article about how you can actually build relationships off of 140. Very, very interesting. And I'm going to tell a story you've already heard today several times. But it all starts with this lady at Solitaire, Ann. She found me at an AMA conference, drugged me onto Twitter, drugged me to Us Guys, and that's why I'm here talking to you guys today. No, Dan, it's not another Us Guys talk. I'm going to move past that real quick, okay? So that story leads to many other stories. It goes into a network. You get all these amazing connections. You start to follow people, and you find other hashtags. I learned that there was actually poetry on Twitter, and I started to tweet haiku and other poetry, and I found all these other chats and people, and every single one of them is their own universe, an entire universe of different interests and needs and personalities. And the way that you find this is that you engage them. And that's what happened with 1 Jillian. So 1 Jillian story you already heard. It's about personal relationships leading to business relationships, business opportunities. When she got connected up with the artist currently known as Rick Dragon, right here, and she's now here working from some little town in Kentucky. Okay, so, what happens here, let me try to explain it to you. I got something from a different artist, a very deep soul artist here, that kind of explains it to me. Relationships are delicate. They form out of nowhere and evolve on their own. Everything starts with a spark. Emotions and connections spin through time and space, uncontrollably creating complex universes out of nothing. A word, a look, a laugh, a project, an idea. Things move, spinning, drawing particles of dust into forces of gravity, drawing everything into focus. Nothing then is something. Something emerges from seemingly nowhere. The only way to live in ever-changing environments is not to question and refuse. Be, feel, experience, reflect, then be. That's the perfect circle. It ends with connections or gifts. Be, feel, experience, reflect, and be. This leads you into other worlds and other universes. There's all these people out here. Every single one of them connects you to yet more experiences, more universes. And the key to this, again, is to engage them. And by engage them, I mean literally, you lead from the heart. You pay it forward and you lead from the heart with them. Okay? And then that gets into knowing about them and caring about them. My man Dave, 997 Dave at the river here, met him in Montreal recently. There's Ann, Beth Granger says up in that top corner, her mother just passed away this morning, and we care about that. We tweet to her, we talk to her, we DM her how we love her and support her and have her in our thoughts and prayers. And every single one of these people here that you see passing by, Jeannie Mal, there's Chief Lemonhead there, and a bunch of other people here. Kenny, we're going to talk about here a little bit more. You get to know them personally. That's what the secret is. That's what it's all about, to form those personal relationships with them. And then I would go so far as to say that the real way of doing it, to even know that you're doing it, is to do it with enthusiasm. I'm going to come back and explain what enthusiasm means, okay? Enthusiasm I use as a proxy for passion. To be enthusiastic about something means to be filled with, enthused, filled with. Theos meant quality, good, God. It was all the same root word in Greek. If you're enthusiastic, you're closest to the divine. That's how you can tell if you're truly in your passions, if you're truly being passionate. And I'm not talking about, yeah, that's right, Lewis. I'm talking right now. I'm not talking about running wild with passions. I'm not talking about childhood passions. I'm talking about this cycle we just heard. Be, feel, experience, reflect. Govern your passions by reflecting, being open to those people who you're participating with. who you're sharing with, who you're connecting with. When you do that and you get their feedback, when they mirror back to you how you're being, you learn, you grow. Sometimes you get your heart broken while you're doing it, but you evolve and you grow and you get deeper in your ability to lead from within, deeper in your ability to connect. And for businesses, your purpose, your passion, your enthusiasm becomes the ground that you stand on. It becomes your vision, mission, and principles. That's how you govern yourself. I'll submit to you that if you want to know how to do social media correctly, and Claudia, there's no sound coming here at all. I don't know what's going on behind me. But if you want to do that correctly, you find out what your passion is. All right? And your business passion has to be from the heart as well. It cannot just be from your head. Yes, you're going to quantify it. Mr. Quantification Earthquake here. You're going to quantify it. But you're going to quantify it as it comes from your heart. So I'm going to give you one of the better stories that I know about this. And there's lots of them. But this one I was very personally involved with. This guy, Kenny, at Grid 08. He's now at KL Rose, I think. And my man Kenny is somebody who I've watched grow on Twitter. I've watched him evolve as a person. He has literally helped me evolve as a person, become more engaged, more leading from the heart as I'm out there talking on Twitter. And it's this man right here. I count him as a brother, and I have never met him. And he'll tell you the same thing back. You know, we have a real, true connection and bond together. And this man here, what happened was he suffered a personal tragedy. He had somebody in his family was murdered in Jamaica. And he felt bad because he was supposed to participate on something on Twitter. He's DMing me, I'm not going to be able to be around today because, and he's like apologizing to me. Well, that turned into tweeting to people, hey, look, there's something serious going on with Kenny in his life. Let's have a moment of respect for Kenny. More and more people got involved in that, and they were concerned they liked this guy or even loved this guy. And we were DMing back and forth, and he let me write this post up here. And what he says right here is, man, you made me cry. I looked at my stream and had to take a break. Thank you. His whole family was uplifted and held by all of the now. The power of now on Twitter made a difference in this man's life and his family's life. And we do that every day. When Lovely Lou's father passed away, we loved her back. We tweeted back to her. We held her up in support. You heard about Mitch Neff's story earlier when his house was burglarized. And again, I mentioned Beth Granger, whose mother passed away literally this morning. We are more powerful than we know, and I'm challenging you, get inside, find that power, lead with that, pay it forward, and it will come back to you tenfold. Every time it will come back to you tenfold. You feel that? Really? I mean, you got to get out there. That's what I mean. It's social. It's personal connections. You've got to lead with your heart. Bring your mind into it. By all means, bring your mind into it. That's how you come up with what your real strategy should be and what you really should be doing. But it starts from within. Lally Daskell, who has a lead from within hashtag. I'm stealing some of that intentionally from Lally. He's somebody I know who writes off the Avatar movie, I see you. If I tell Rick, I love Rick. He's my go-to guy. I tell Rick, I see you. I'm acknowledging him as a person. I'm respecting him as a person. I met the man on Twitter. I've been here a number of times to Kingston because of that relationship, and that's a personal relationship. It's also, at times, a business relationship because it's coming from inside and making that personal connection. There's an expression that's used, which is be a friend, make a friend. If you're down south, it's bring that friend to Jesus. I'm saying you bring that friend to your own social media strategy. You bring that friend into your communities. You find them. You engage them. Be a friend. Make a friend. Bring that friend in. That's what you're able to do. When you see new people out there, you can literally bring them in. How do you do it? You care about them. You pay it forward to them. It's very, very simple. So here, this sketches it in word picture here. And I'm saying you got to say what you need to say. Just take it right out of John Mayer's song. Say what you need to say. Get out there. Pay it forward. Lead from within. Do it with your heart. Engage people. Make that your strategy. Your strategy will unfold from there. Be, feel, experience, reflect, and be. And the time to do that, literally, is now. Right now. We just survived an earthquake. Start now. That's it. Thank you.